Hello, good day, everyone. Happy New Year to everyone joining us. This is our first interview for 2024, and we're happy all of us are here. We made it to a beautiful new year. This year is going to be a very fruitful one for us all. My name is Lee. I'll be anchoring this conversation. So we're going to be looking at why Nigeria is a hotspot for Africa's crypto market. So we're going to be looking at Cartesi collaborating with Web3 Bridge towards educating Africans, most especially Nigerians, about blockchain technology. Also, this is CoinNewsExtraTv. We are having a live interview we have two guests that I'll be introducing shortly. So wherever you're watching us from, we are live across different social media platforms. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, whichever way you are joining, whichever place you're joining us from. Please do where to drop your questions, because we're going to be having a period where we'll take questions from your audience, whichever questions you have about this project, and also you have for our guests. Please do where to drop them across any platform you are joining from. So do well to follow us across all social media platforms to stay up to date with the latest happening in the world of blockchain, crypto, AI, and fintech ecosystem. Follow us at CoinNewsExtraTv across all social media platforms, so you'll be able to stay up to date. So we'll go for a short break. When we return, I'll be able to introduce our guests. Please do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back. It's still CoinNewsExtraTv interview session. So joining us for this interview, I have with me Joao Garcia, who is developer advocate at Cartesi. Joao, it's nice to have you. You are welcome.
Hi, thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. It's a great day, and yeah, just happy to be here.
It's a pleasure having you. Joining him will be very soon. We're expecting him to join. Awosika I, Ayodeji, founder Web3 Bridge. He will be joining us shortly. I know he's maybe network or whatever. He will be joining shortly. So we'll be going straight to the conversation. So we'll be looking at why Nigeria is a hotspot for Africa's crypto market. Also we'll talk look at a brief about this collaboration, because Web3 Bridge and Cartesi, they are collaborating for a masterclass, a 4-week masterclass in Nigeria. Okay, let me ask you, Joao, can you tell us more about this collaboration between Cartesi and Web3 Bridge?
Yes, so generally in Cartesi, what we do is we give people workshops and chances for developing. We have programs of seed grants and everything. And those tend to be quick and short bits of pieces of information, developer guides on how to teach people how to develop with our stack. But for this collaboration, we decided to do something entirely different. We're calling it the Master Class. And we're sending a reasonably big part of our team to Nigeria from the developer advocacy unity. So we can actually teach in a longer period of time, right? Everything about Cartesi, from bottom up. I mean, how the architecture works, how do you operate, how you create dApps, how you develop, everything that you need, so you can be a complete Web3 developer. And yeah, this is a new experience for us. It's something that we are very looking forward to do. It's gonna be really fun. So we want to have this opportunity, to foster the growth of Web3 development in Nigeria by providing hands-on training, support, one-on-one support for developers, startup. We being able to bring this mentorship in terms of development, how to manage your own project, how to build step by step, what are the best ways to create, to the best practices on developing our application, and in a way lowering the barriers of entry for this amazing ecosystem that's Web3.
Interesting. Talking about the masterclass, is it going to be a physical masterclass or an online version of it, or
Yes.
hybrid? How is it going to be?
So it's going to be a physical masterclass. For the first, it will have a duration of 4 weeks, in which for 2 of them we will be there on site. For most, so half of it, me and the team, we won't be on site, but for the other half, we will. We will have representatives there the whole time anyway, and we will share it and divide it in different blocks, So there's a part of having ideas, kind of idea thawing, and then developing simple apps, then developing larger and more robust apps. And being on site for this one, I think it will be really fun because we can actually see the interaction and the difficulties that people are having and help them straight away. So it's great to be able to be dedicated for this group of developers and help them.
In Nigeria, being a hotspot for Africa's crypto market, what would you say is actually the cause of it? Is it because of the youthful population of Nigeria that have really made this possible?
Sorry, come again. I think the internet cut a little bit.
Okay, I said I'm talking about Nigeria as a hotspot for Africa's crypto market. What do you think is the cause? Is it mainly the youthful population of Nigeria?
Oh, I mean, lots of things pointed towards Nigeria when we were thinking where to do this masterclass, right? One of the first things is the developer population in Nigeria is huge. Uh, People have been showing up everywhere, wanting to learn our stack, wanting to learn how to use Cartesi. We can see that the potential of Web3 in terms of developers is just great. It's always people from Nigeria who are the most eager to learn and build new things. And I think that's related to how the system works there, right? So it's one of those places where sovereignty and security are so important, and being able to be autonomous is great. So I think the landscape as a whole helps and makes the developers more eager to learn. So lots of things started pointing there, and it kind of just clicked, and we felt it was the best. Also, the partnership with Web3 Bridge has been amazing. So we had such good communication with them, which makes everything so much easier and a smoother journey.
Interesting. I still have a few other questions, and I expect more questions from our audience, and we are still waiting to see if Awosika will be joining us. So let's go for a quick break. When we return, we continue with the conversation. Please do not go anywhere.
Perfect.
We will be. Welcome back to the show. It's still CoinNewsExtraTv interview session. We are having this conversation with Joao Garcia, developer at Cartesi, and also Awosika Israel Ayodeji, who will be joining us shortly, founder Web3 bridge. Maybe he's having some network challenges. So we've been able to look at this conversation. We've been able to have a few questions answered. Let's look at Joao. Let's look at how are you supporting Cartesi? How are they supporting these developers? You know, one thing is to be able to educate, teach these developers. So, you know, there are challenges in all these, even startups that are trying to deploy dApps on Cartesi. Are there some packages to supporting these project and developers?
So we do have this whole infrastructure and way of developing things, but what we want to teach people is not only how to develop on Cartesi. It's good practices in general, you know. It's some kind of general good in a sense, in a way that we do love to teach people. We do love to show what we're capable of doing, and Cartesi as a whole is so much more than just a stack. It's kind of what we think is the next step for Web3. So in any way that we develop and everything that we start building and we start doing, we are aiming to help people to create solutions that will have larger impact, right? Also, we do invest a lot in the journey of developers. That's why we created this not only ways and tools to help developers, such as Sunodo, which is an amazing tool for developing, but we also created these opportunities and initiatives, I can say like that, to help to make the environment better and easier for you to start developing. So we created, for example, the DevEd seed grants, where you can simply apply for grants and start developing and deploying apps on mainnet or even testnets, depending. It's just any technical solution you want, and we give grants for this application for these applications. So we give up to $5,000 for each project, and the master class, in a way, in a sense, something that we want to do with it is to be able to teach to people until the point where they are completely independent and they can develop and start creating these solutions. So once we teach them, we also want them to use our stack and apply for projects and build new projects and even get paid for it. So we are incentivizing the whole journey. It's much more about incentivizing the journey than the end result, you see. Because when you create developers, when you create an ecosystem, that's when you create, that's when great ideas start to flourish.
Yeah, interesting. Nice one. So very soon we'll be taking some questions from our audience. I know questions are coming up. And we are hopeful Awosika will join us. Okay, he's here with us. Can you hear me, Awosika?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning. Good afternoon from Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah, good afternoon. We are the same place. Good afternoon from Lagos too. So happy New Year to you too. Let's look at. I know you're just joining us. I want you to briefly talk about the collaboration and what you intend to achieve with this masterclass. Your collaboration, Web3 Bridge collaboration with Cartesi, and the masterclass. What you intend to achieve. I know I've heard briefly from Joao. Let me hear from you.
Thank you very much. So, time Web3 Bridge has been trust, and one of the things that we want to do, that we continue to do, is after training our devs to go to the ecosystem, contribute and all, and after contribution awareness, we need to help them upskill and see how they contribute generally and widely to the ecosystem. So we believe that Cartesi is one protocol that is coming into the ecosystem to support developers and help them get the best of what they do. That's why we're doing this collaboration to teach developers about Cartesi, get them to work into the protocol. We've done it for quite a number of protocols where we give them the masterclass, and after doing the masterclass, we see at the end of the end of at the end of the masterclass, they are every contributors to that protocol. So we're looking to achieve the same with Cartesi. Well, I believe that Cartesi is onto something should be a part of that. Great that Cartesi is bringing. Thank you very much.
Hello? Okay, maybe.
Hello? Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you now. So let's look at, Joao made the mention earlier before you joined. He made mention that the masterclass is not only teaching people about building on Cartesi, that is also about teaching developers on how to build on other blockchain. What will you say about that?
So I'm a fan of one chain win it all. However, the Cartesi Master Class is going to be focusing on Cartesi, building on Cartesi, like learning about Cartesi, building on Cartesi. That's what the Master Class is going to be focusing on. But they believe that the more protocol developers are knowledgeable about, the more they're able to contribute in the ecosystem generally, because they can pick knowledge from 1, 2, 3, compare, also like go back to the same protocol and like, okay, so we've worked with protocol A, B, and discovered that improve on protocol C. So that's what I see, and I believe that this is actually going to be a very good partnership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to complement, it's not exactly straightly teaching how to build on other protocols, but giving the knowledge, passing the knowledge on a general sense where you can actually apply it for everything that you want to do. It's general concepts are important, right? So you can basically pick things that you learn on one side and apply on the other. So on development, that's true for many frameworks, many languages, many technologies, and everything. So once you learn something very well, you can actually use that knowledge that you gathered in one side to apply to another one that's totally different.
Interesting. Also one of the things we are seeing in the blockchain now is interoperability. Like Awosika I earlier stated, one blockchain being able to interact with the other. That's a very nice one. So this segment now, we go for a very quick break. When we return, we're going to be taking some questions from our audience to see if they have any questions for us. Then we'll be able to answer them and wrap up the show. Please do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still CoinNewsExtraTv interview session. So we're talking about when Nigeria is a hotspot for Africa's crypto market. So we're going to be looking at some of the questions that we have. If you are just joining us, please do well to ask questions. Whatever questions you have for our guest, do well to drop it on the comment section, whichever platform you're joining from, either LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. We'll be able to check them out. So let me see some of the questions. My producers are trying to get the questions for me. So you say this is from Shama Sin Kamadin. Nice to be on this platform. What do we expect to see in the Web3 future with CoinNewsExtra? Okay, this one is asking about CoinNewsExtra. So we are looking at, I know I'm not the one, I'm the one interviewing, I'm not. Okay, so we are looking, we have a lot of stock for CoinNewsExtra, and we are going to be launching out. We have already launched out our tokenized 247 live broadcasting TV, which is the first of its kind. So we have a lot in stock that we're going to be unleashing, but this conversation is not about us. So let me move to the next question. So the next one there is from David Kolawole. As Nigeria continue to make strides in the blockchain and crypto space, what challenges do you think our country face or will face in terms of infrastructure, regulation, and talent development? Who is going for that? Awosika, are you taking that?
So I believe there are a lot of regulation and all. Some like 1 or 2 years ago, We have like we had a scenario where the central bank and even all the banks don't want to hear about cryptocurrency blockchain development. But surprisingly, the last few weeks, crypto regulation is back. We have been hearing about it. Earlier this morning, I heard I'm in a group where they are discussing the whole Naira stable coin and all, and everyone's talking about it. So I believe that it's going to be one phase after the other. So infrastructure wise, I won't say we're actually where we should be, but at least we are not where we used to be. The government, the players, everyone is trying at best. Internet has been one of the major infrastructure. Thankfully, we now almost every household is now gradually tilting towards having a Starlink router or mesh, which is actually solving a lot of stuff. Then around talent development, it has actually grossly improved. I can tell because Web3 Bridge has been training Web3 talent for the last 4 years, and I've seen over I think we've graduated over 170%, and we've had almost over 1,200 persons pass through the program. So pass through wordlet creation and all of those stuff, and it's actually becoming better. There are a lot of boot camps that are coming up across Africa. In Nigeria, I think Nigeria we have Web3 Bridge, Web3 Africa, we have Web3 Ladies. We have quite a number within the campus clubs. As I know of Aya HQ, Nigeria, Ghana. We have, so a lot is actually like changing gradually now. We are not where we should be, but if we keep moving the way we are moving forward, I believe we'll be somewhere very, very good in the shortest of time. Thank you very much.
Okay, another question here is saying any financial and dev support from Cartesi to companies looking to build on the chain?
Yes, sir, for sure. We do have lots of ways for you to interact and get some support from Cartesi. There is our grants programs. So as I mentioned, DevEd seed grants are a huge thing right now, where we are accepting proposals for specific applications or technological solutions that we post, or we can accept also custom solutions. So someone comes with us with an idea of something that they want to implement using Cartesi, and we pay up to $5,000 in grants for that solution. It's very non-bureaucratic. So it's a very easy and simple way to just apply with a form. We do some observations and we have some minor exchange, and we are already accepting these proposals. So you can start developing right away and get rewarded for it. Also, we do provide one-on-one support from the developer relations team. Okay, so that means if you have any trouble while developing, if you have any questions or queries or don't know how to do something, you can always reach us. We have people all around the world, so that's very helpful in terms of always being online and always being able to answer someone. So in a sense, we not only have financial and development support, but we want to finance and provide support. It's something that we're pushing forward right now. Also, we also have the community grants program, which is larger grants, but there's community input. So there are many ways for you to start reaching and working with Cartesi. If you are more lean to hack and security side, we just went mainnet with our honeypot dApp, where you can actually try to hack our dApp there. If you manage to do it, you can get a whole price that's in it. Currently, I think it's more than 90,000 CTSI, which would convert, I think, to something, I think more than $15,000 right now. So yeah, there are many ways to make money with Cartesi right now. Lee?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can hear him. Or am I the only one?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you, but I can't hear
Can you
you.
hear me now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
now we can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. What coin is saying? What coin or blockchain are more likely to have the biggest impact in Nigeria in the next 5 years?
Oh,
This from Victoria Chin also. That's what one of our followers are asking, our viewers. Did you get the question?
yeah. I'm thinking about it. I'm not. I'm not in. I can't give you advice on how to invest or anything like that. I don't think I have the proper background to do so. But I do think there are.
So Nigeria, we might have one particular. So
These are developers, I know. These are developers. They don't know. They don't know much about the market. Okay, let's look at the
No, I
next
mean
question.
something that
Okay.
I do think I can answer. That's something that's more related to my belief than to market analysis or anything like that. While I work in, of course, I'm biased because I'm in Cartesi, right? I see that there are so many cool stuff being built with EVM compatibility. Okay, so for example, Cartesi itself is built with EVM compatibility, and a lot of cool tech is being developed too. Not only us. So right now, I think that's the one hot thing, and I'm not going to say there's this one blockchain that's amazing, but I do think that anything that's created leveraging that will tend to have a larger integration and easier adaptability. So that's why that's one of the reasons why I believe in Cartesi, right? I think it's a sound strategy. So I can't answer to you, oh yeah, Ethereum is going to be great, Optimism is going to be great, or whatever. There's no way for saying that. But in a tech sense, right, in a developer sense, I feel like this is the best way for you to keep developing and going on.
Okay, we are running out of time. So I'll just take one more question from our audience. Then we'll be able to wrap up the show. I have just one question here. Then from my side, then we'll wrap up the show. So the last question from our audience is from Ferry Mason. It says, what actual factor contribute to Nigeria's top role as a hub for crypto activities in Africa, apart from the dumping of trash crypto and making money out of us? I don't know. So
sorry, look, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You want to take that?
All right, great. Yeah, that will be great. So I think one of the things I've seen that have contributed to our top is that can do spirit. We are very energetic people, and I would
Your line is breaking,
that we can make.
Awosika.
Yeah.
Your line is breaking. Okay, you can continue, Joao. We can't hear him.
As I said,
I've seen people who are being they are working to push for to push from wherever you're looking at. I don't know.
Sorry, it's still breaking the
No,
line.
we're not hearing you. Your line is breaking.
Yeah.
The line is breaking, Awosika.
So it's a shame because I think Awosika would have a great answer for that. But from my side, at least, from what I see, I do think that, as I said before, developers are really passionate. So they are due to build something amazing at some point. Okay, so I think that amazing things will come from Nigeria. Lots of things. I know that, for example, I'm from Brazil originally, and I know that our debit system and payment system developed really fast because of need in certain situations. Okay, we had lots of problems with inflation, so at some point we needed the fastest banking system possible, and we created it. So when you have necessity, you create amazing things, and when you have passionate people that are capable of doing anything, you also create things. I do think that sometimes we need decentralization. We do need all that not only Web3 brings to us, but new technologies brings to us. And I think I don't know. It's a feeling that it makes a lot of sense. You know.
John, okay, because sorry to cut you short because of our time. I just let me ask this one last question from my side. Lastly, what future development are we expecting on the Cartesi following the collaboration for this masterclass? So, what are we expecting, like projects that are going to be building, the kind of project that are going to be building on Cartesi? Just in 1 minute, you answer in 1 minute. Awosika will answer in 1 minute. We'll wrap up the show.
Okay, I'll try to fit it in a 1 minute real quick. But basically, we do provide for that Web2 stack on Web3, so you can do processing and executing off chain. So you can do amazing things with that. We had solutions like machine learning models. We do have games. We did put Doom on the blockchain. Lots of cool things, amazing things that were never done on Web3 before. So I'm hoping for innovative things. I'm hoping for groundbreaking stuff like we have seen on earlier last year.
All right, so from my side, I have people that applied for the masterclass, and I believe they are top notch. So I'm expecting so very great stuff. I can't say what, but I'm looking out for so many great stuff to be built during the masterclass. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. It has been really been with two great gentlemen who are developers. They are doing amazing things. I really enjoy Joao Garcia for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lee. It was great being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Awosika I, Ayodeji. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Apologies for the bad network.
No problem. Okay, thank you, everyone, our audience who took our time, who made this happen. Thank you very much. We look forward to having more of this conversation. We'll follow up on the masterclass and bring you updates on what is really happening. So I'm your anchor, Lee. I'm looking forward to seeing you joining us on other of our programs. For now, bye.